Hardcore team deathmatch. Advance and take position.
Oh, look at all that. Everyone's dead.
Enemy care package observed. Stop there, resupply.
Whee! Ah.
Recon searching for targets. We're breaking their backs. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Being outmaneuvered.
Ah, bitches.
Enemy strafing run inbound.
Whee!
Fire in the hole. Nailed it. Enemy recon aircraft observed. Throw it, stun grenade. Enemy care package observed. Stop there, resupply. He's down. Enemy bomb incoming. Get to cover.
Die! There you go.
Recon aircraft standing by. Recon aloft. Have eyes in the sky.
Oh, got him. Ah, right in my brains. Ah.
Enemy down.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. God damn it.
Recon flight concluded. Recon airborne.
Oh, my legs.
Toss and sticky.
God damn.